Hi, I'm Terry Brock with terrybrock.com. You know, the importance of working with others helps you to become a better person. A mastermind alliance really is a tool that can help you enormously. And today we have one of the experts literally in the world joining us, Ann McNeill. She joins us now from right here in Orlando. Ann, thanks for being with us.
Well, Terry, thank you for the invitation to come.
I have been impressed so much for so many years of what you're doing with Mastermind Alliance. You and I both share a love and admiration for Napoleon Hill and Andrew Carnegie and what they did to form that idea on that. Tell me what you're doing with masterminding right now.
Well, Terry, as we discussed earlier, we're just celebrating our 20th year, a group of us, women in particular, in utilizing the Think and Grow Rich system of masterminding in accordance with Napoleon Hill and Andrew Carnegie.
Yes, exactly. As a matter of fact, I happen to pull this off my bookshelf here. We got Napoleon Hill, Your Right to be Rich. This is one of the audios that you and I have listened to and have enjoyed for a long time, and I would encourage you to look into this. Napoleon Hill, Your Right to be Rich, as an audio. It's something that will be a very good investment. And so tell us a little bit about the importance of mastermind, because I know a lot of people that are watching this say, okay, I know about it, I've heard it, but about the process of it and what we need to know that maybe we don't need to know that could really be important.
Well, first of all, I think each of us should think about what's your vision for your life, what's your own personal mission, and then create an affirmation around that vision and that mission for your life. And in doing that, get an accountability group of individuals who are willing on a regular basis to hold you accountable for the goals that you set that's going to lead you toward living your best life in terms of having a better quality of life utilizing that mastermind group process.
I like what you're saying about accountability, because it's easy to just put down goals like we'll do at the beginning of a year and say, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then we never hold to it. How do you put teeth into that? How do you practically do it and put accountability in there for you and for those that are in your mastermind group?
Well, what we do every year, what I like to suggest to people is consider yourself as a publicly traded corporation. You are a company, and every quarter you have quarterly earnings. At the end of the year, you have an annual report, and that annual report sets out your earnings, your vision, your mission for the company. And then you do an analysis to see that you hit the target. So your goals are the same way. You want to set your goals with a specific date, with specific strategic plans and action steps on how you're going to achieve each one of those goals. And your accountability group, called the Mastermind Group, is going to check on you weekly or monthly or whatever you decide in terms of regularly on how are you progressing toward those goals. And that's how we do our mastermind groups.
Yeah, I like that accountability, and I love the way you've put that together, and you were showing me a paper form that you put there. So you're really writing down, this is what I did, here's what happened, so it's got some teeth to it. I really like that process, and I would encourage those of you that are looking at that and thinking about a mastermind, or you're in one and want to fine-tune it, to follow that. You've done so much with that. Now, one of the things that we also talked about is having the same mindset, a like mind, like spirit. Tell me what you mean by those terms.
Well, what I mean, Terry, is that you know how you meet someone and you don't know why, but you just really hit it off, and you walk away and you say, wow, that was a really good experience. You have a like spirit. And then sometimes you meet people and you walk away and you say, I don't know what it is, but there's something about that person that just rubs me the wrong way. Well, one of my favorite books says you try the spirit by the spirit. So you have people that you want to include in your mastermind group who are like spirits. But you also want to include people who are of like mind and like spirit.
Okay, so tell me what you mean by like spirit and like mind.
Okay, like spirit is what we feel that we can't touch, but we know it's there. That's that spirit. Okay. Like mindset is you know that you are success conscious. You would not necessarily want to put someone in your mastermind group who is not success conscious. You know you have a positive mental attitude. You want to be surrounded with people in your mastermind group who have a positive mental attitude. And people who you find that tend to be negative, they may be very successful, but they're like a wet blanket, and they're negative, and everything you talk about, they find a reason you can't do it. I don't know if you really want to include that person as a part of your mastermind group. They're not of like mind and like spirit, and I really wouldn't take one or the other. I would not take a person who would like spirit but not like mind, or like mind but not like spirit. You really want to connect the two when you decide who do you really want to put in your group.
Okay, let me deal with one of those thorny issues then that we have within a mastermind group. Say you're in a mastermind group and you find there's this one person and just doesn't have that same spirit, same mind, something there, and you like the person, but just not a good match. How do you encourage that person to go find success somewhere else?
Well, one thing you do before you allow that person in the group, let's start there. Okay, you have two different situations. One, where you have a choice to not invite them. Because the way we mastermind is that everybody must agree unanimously before an additional person is brought in. So normally somebody would know that person and that side of them. And it's their responsibility to bring that up before you allow that person to come in. But let's say you start the group and that person's already in. We have, as a part of our International Mastermind Association, what we call a code of ethics and an accountability agreement, which we all sign. It's something similar to like bylaws. And the bylaws basically say that we set certain things we're looking for in writing. And that allows you, kind of like Robert Rules of Order, it allows you to set in writing what you're looking for in an individual. And if a person demonstrates qualities that are not like that, you have a right to have them removed. Just like if someone is in your group and they never show up. Your rules say that if you miss X number of meetings without a really good excuse that's, agreeable to everybody, then we can have you removed from the group. So it's really just that simple, but it needs to be in writing, and everybody needs to sign it beforehand so that we're clear and understand what we're agreeing to in advance.
Yeah, I like that. So there's no real, you must do this, this, and this, but it's more the group agrees to certain rules, then we put those down in paper, they're right there, exactly. We see them, and then because everyone signed that and agreed to it, then those are the rules for this particular group. And if at some point you go, that's not me, I've moved on, okay, we wish you well, thanks a bunch for the great memories, have a good time elsewhere.
Exactly, that's exactly right. And you really want to do that and as far in advance as you can so that everybody understands that this is our agreement, this is our understanding. And if you don't agree on the front end, then maybe this is not the right group for you. Yeah. So you do that up front.
And you are a wealth of information. I mean, you know about the mastermind, you know about so many other things. You're very successful in your business, one of the top leaders in your industry nationwide. And people I know are going to want to get in touch with you. What's the best way for them to reach you if they say, hey, I love this interview, I saw it, I know you, when you talk to Terry, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, the best way to reach me is through my website, and that is www.annmcneill, that's ANNMCNEILL.com. And you can also reach me by phone. My number has not changed for years, and that number is 786-546-0184. Let me repeat that one more time, 786-546-0184.
Ann McNeill, you are a person I look up to and admire so much. Thank you for all the good you have done for so many people, me particularly. And those of you watching, get to know Ann. This lady is wonderful. She will help you make your life better. Thank you so much for being with us.
For the invitation, Terry. Thanks.